All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is the Bostonian bombshells in 3, 2, 1.
The best leadership happens when you step away for 10 minutes.
This is Back in 10. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Back in 10. I'm Savanah.
And I'm Jen.
And I am beyond flattered that I was just introduced as a Boston bombshell. Wow, wee wow, wizard.
I know. He said he was thinking about that one all morning. You were thinking about us, Chris? Thanks. No.
Well, I mean, listen, I knew I had the recording. I knew I had to come up with a knockout intro. So
that was knockout. You
That was
dropped that
good.
bomb like it's hot.
aha, the bombshells.
Bombshells.
Ooh, I love it with the accent too. There you go. Bombshells.
Bombshells.
Yeah.
Boston bombshells. Hell
Nice.
yeah.
There you go. I'm seeing some future swag. There you go.
Okay, yeah. I bet after this, no, probably during this whole recording, I'll be thinking about like different images, like grenades, bombshells. How can we do this? Like,
I know.
woo! That's what happens
Yes.
when you have a marketing brain. You just see something and you always think,
It's
how
crazy.
can I improve this for my user experience? And then how will it impact everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do with my left side of my brain.
Yeah. It's a beautiful left side of your brain too. I do have to add. Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little scary, but all public products are great.
She's a beaut. Yeah.
I'm a beaut.
She's a beaut, Clock. A real beaut.
Oh,
Wait,
my goodness.
Wait. Now, I know what reference you're making, and Jen might know what reference you were making. But for the audience, what reference were you making, Chris?
Christmas vacation. Christmas vacation.
I'm in the Jelly of the Month Club, so I'm in the
Listen,
Jelly.
Christmas vacation is timeless. It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving or Christmas to watch the movie. It really doesn't. And every time I watch the movie, I pick up something different that I haven't noticed before.
When we start into our holiday podcast, oh man, we have to have something about holiday desserts because Savanah has a sweet tooth problem.
Me too.
Guilty as charged.
Honestly, I could look at a brownie and get diabetes. I just love sweets that much.
I'm
Okay,
Wilfred
I'm gonna say
Brimley,
this real
and
quick.
I got
You know
the
what?
diabetes.
Addie made a trifle for the 4th of July and used brownies instead of cake. So it was
brilliant.
brownies. I know. And
Chef's
chocolate
kiss.
pudding and Cool Whip and Score bars, and it was money.
And then it doesn't get soggy, the cake. So then you can make it well ahead of time, and it will get that cake consistency after like 24 hours in the fridge.
Queen, it was.
Addison is Addie, I know you're listening to this. That was brilliant. Auntie Savanah would love for you to make her that as a treat. We're waking up this morning to talk to you all about conferences. Study club meetings, feeling best prepared. What's good? What's bad? What should you bring? What should you leave behind? Should you bring an extra suitcase for all that swag?
Yeah, conference season is upon us, right? It's starting up. And Savanah, you and I have been to many, even before we met many years ago, and then together. And yeah, Savanah, you're a great roomie, I do have to say.
You are too. Jen and I travel very well together. I know in the past we've discussed that we also show up to the airport wearing the same exact outfits.
Yeah, weird.
But we also travel very well together. We like to share our dishes because we like to try new foods. And and we're totally fine going back to our rooms early at night to put on under-eye masks and watch Titanic.
Yes.
That might have happened. That might have happened.
Yeah, that might have. And just kind of rolling with the punches because let's be honest, there's lots of things to look at while you're traveling
Yeah.
and lots of different people. And I think that's one of the things with conferences too, especially if you have to travel, is like getting prepared and
Mhm.
going to the airport early. And y'all know, we're from Boston, and Logan Airport, like you have to get there significantly earlier than any other airport. I swear it is
Mhm.
not for the faint of heart.
Except Atlanta. I don't know what's going on
Oh,
with
yeah,
Atlanta.
no. I
Every
don't know.
every terminal enters through the same security line, and you're like, "WTF, I have the freaking fast track for this. Why am I waiting an hour and a half?" Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
segue.
Yeah, yeah. But, yeah, I think one of the things with even just getting ready for conferences, I think is, you know, talking to someone about it, finding a friend, find a buddy,
Conference
talk
planning.
about yeah, it just, get excited about it, talk about your outfits because let's be honest, that's the thing. It's like, what are you wearing? Is there events that you have to prepare for? Is there night activities and different things that you're
Mhm,
doing and just kind of understanding what's going on.
mhm.
um I will say I've also been that newbie going to a conference for the first time and have no stinking clue what I'm doing, so it's okay to uh not really know and just go
Yeah.
with it, and you just have to be prepared for that. Yeah.
And it with the having a conference buddy, I always like to look at the size of the conference that I'm going to, and that will really put some pressure on me to whether or not I can meet everyone I need to meet in the short amount of time I'm there, or if I have to discuss with my conference buddy, okay, look, we need to talk to these 50 different dental industry
Mhm.
vendors, sponsors, speakers. I can't do it alone. Let's
Yep.
compare lists and see if we can divide and conquer and accomplish a lot in a minimal amount of time. Um,
Mhm.
because once you start to talk to a certain vendor or an industry leader, when you're having a really strong conversation that is meaningful, which you should when you meet these vendors at conferences, the time just flies. I would go to a specific vendor saying like, I'm just going to stop in, I'm just going to say hi, see if anything is new with the app, and then I'm going to be on my merry way. 45 minutes later, I'm still at that booth because
Mhm.
the types of connections that you end up making when you are a frequent
Mhm.
flyer at many of these different events. And
Yeah.
to your um, feedback on being a newbie at any type of event, in that scenario, I found it very valuable to go into all the public online forums ahead of time to see what the chatter is, see what the vibe is, making sure it's my kind of vibe. If I'm gonna jive with who's gonna be there, or if I'm gonna have to like be my lone wolf and get nitty gritty and do what I need to do. But those online forums are really, really helpful as a newcomer to any type of study club, meeting, conference, and figuring out a game plan for
Yeah.
yourself for being
I
there.
think, look, when you're a newbie going to a conference, because Savannah, you and I have been there,
Mhm.
if you're an introvert, you need to be prepared to be an extrovert when you first get there.
Right.
Right? You don't need to talk to everybody. I'm not saying, show up in all sequins, but sit down at a table and just say like, "Hi, I'm Jen. I'm from Boston. What do you do? Tell me a little bit about yourself." And
Mhm.
have a few questions that you want to ask just to get to know people kind of prepared in your head because it'll make it a
Mhm.
little bit easier to come out if you've thought about
Mhm.
those.
Mhm.
Um, for dental specifically, I would say, like what type of practice are you in? How long have you been at your practice? Are you generally your specialty? Are you a member of a local study
Mm.
club that you have?
Mhm. Mhm.
What classes are you taking? Just if you have some of those in your head, especially if you're an introvert and if you're nervous about going, it just makes it so much easier just to come out and be like, "Hi, I'm Jen." Um,
And we're not
I
asking you to befriend everyone you
no,
meet.
no.
Being an acquaintance is absolutely fine. You don't have to become best friends with everyone you have a conversation with. That's not the point
Mhm.
of going to conferences. You're there for hopefully you're there for education, and or
Mhm.
find products that are going to make your practice successful. But the bonus of going to any type of meeting and conference is making those network connections, but we're not telling you you must do this to be successful. Not the
No.
case.
No. And look, it's also just to like if you're walking in the halls, you might see a familiar face and that's good. Just to kind of wave and just smile.
Mhm.
Smiling is a big thing. If you just walk around and smile, people are going to say hi. Just smile, right? And I think that's a huge thing. So kind of, preparing for that aspect of it
Mhm.
is definitely helpful. I think, clothes are a completely different thing. The different things that you're bringing. Savannah, I have a question for you. What
Yeah.
is your top 3 things that you never forget to pack for a
I
conference? Like
never
it
forget
is
to
your
pack for
must.
my conference. In terms of clothing or in terms
Anything.
of
Your
anything.
top 3 things like you have to pack. Mine is clothing because let's be real, we all gotta wear
A
something.
sweater or a blazer of some business casual
Mhm.
sweater or blazer. They don't lie to you when they say it's gonna get cold in that conference center. It gets freaking frigid in most meetings and conference centers just to keep it comfortable for the vendors and speakers in the bright lights and the energy of having to speak.
Mhm.
So sweater or blazer. I would bring my laptop or my iPad with the attached keyboard for note taking. I've transitioned out of traditional note taking because I want to make sure my notes are accessible at the end of the day. So I can send a follow up to my doctor and or to other team leads saying these are the really cool things that I've learned today. Can't wait to touch base when we get back. Just to give them a highlight of what I'm learning. That's why I do everything digitally now.
Mhm. Very
Um,
smart.
that's number 2. And then number 3, an extra bottle. Anything like
Mm.
this, a travel bottle to refill on your own so you're not having to find
Yep.
cups and glasses all the time everywhere.
Yeah,
Those
hydrate.
are my top 3 things. Yeah, hydration. It gets really
Yeah,
dry in the hotels and everything. So
yeah.
those are my top 3, I think.
Good. Love
Yeah,
them.
what are yours?
Um, Number 1 every time I travel is my travel pillow, but
Oh,
it's not, it's not it is a mini, um, like foam pillow. It's a memory foam pillow. I have a really bad like neck and back, and if I have an awful night's sleep, I am no good to the world the next
mhm.
day. So I bring that little pillow with me everywhere. It's like toddler size, but it works perfectly for me. So that's number 1 anytime I go anywhere. Um Number 2, similar to you, like I really want to have all my notes and everything electronic. Um so because I'm a Mac user, everything is connected. So it's like whether it's
Mhm.
my iPad, my phone, I always make sure that I have like one document with all of my notes. And usually I'll separate it by day. So that way I'm like, wait, what happened? Because usually I can think of, I'm like, okay, I know that I talked to them. When did I talk to them? Versus it just separated out by day is usually a little bit easier. Um, and the third thing, an extra like phone charger, a
Oh,
device
yeah.
charger.
Okay. Like an
Because I'll
external
say
charger? Like a
yeah, an
brick?
external charger. Yeah, because what I found is, especially in different conference centers, like with Wi-Fi and all that stuff, and if you don't
Yeah.
have good connection, it just sucks your battery. So I
Yeah.
always bring an extra, like, external brick charger
Yeah.
everywhere. Even for my watch
Smart.
too, like my Apple Watch, like I have like the one that has the attachment on it.
Yeah.
That's been one of the best things. And I've also made friends by offering my charger to people that their phones are dead. So there you go.
Smart. I have seen more often now at meetings and conferences, they do offer charging stations too. So look at the
Mhm,
map layouts for that, but I
mhm,
am with you in bringing that external charger. When it comes to attire, let's just quickly jump a little bit into that.
yeah,
We mentioned that it can get a bit chilly. Um,
mhm,
I always err on the side of business casual for every type of dental meeting and conference. It just makes me feel confident and put my best self forward as opposed to
mhm,
showing up in leggings or like my gym wear. And
Right.
there, you know what? No hate to anyone who does
Mhm.
that because you're on your off time. But are you on your off time or are you on your professional time? Something to think
Right.
about.
Mhm.
Appearance is big when it comes to attending these conferences if you are in a leadership position, and it adds to you being a professional.
Yeah, and I think, with that, you wanna make sure that whatever you're wearing, even, like, if you're not wearing gym attire, you're still comfortable.
Yep.
So, like, don't wear pants that are too tight that if you sit down, your button's gonna pop or, is gonna cut you the wrong way and not be comfortable because 'cause you're gonna be sitting for a while, right? I've been there, been there,
I've made the
and
mistake of wearing Spanx and then a jumpsuit over the Spanx. Do you know how long it takes to get into the bathroom and have to take a tinkle
oh.
and take the Spanx down? I literally had to open the door and say, "I'm sorry, this is awkward. Is anyone comfortable unzipping my jumpsuit for me?" I mean, God knows how I got it on that morning, but getting it off, I was like, I need help. Who in this restroom can help me right now unzip this jumpsuit?
No, that's an urgent
Don't do
matter.
it. Don't do it. Be
No.
very mindful of Spanx.
Yes, and just what you're wearing, right? Because and I've found this before that, like, I'd have a jumpsuit on and then a blazer. Like, I'm very comfortable, like, in a blazer. It's like my
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, it just makes you feel a little bit more confident. And
Mhm,
I could feel, like, completely put together if I just have,
mhm.
like, a jeans and a t-shirt on and have a blazer on.
Yeah.
But having a blazer, a badge, your bag, and a jumpsuit and a belt on, girl, that's easily gonna take me at least 3 minutes to pull down and drop trow so I can go pee, and when I gotta go, I gotta go.
Go.
So, be mindful of where the restrooms are, definitely look for those, because sometimes they are in Timbuktu. I've been there, that they're in Timbuktu. So
And your
just
shoes.
oh,
Comfy shoes. I also looking ahead at the size of the space in the venue, some venues are tiny. Like it's a hop, skip, and a jump to get from your room to the
mhm,
event center. Totally fine. Some places it's a marathon trying to get out to
mhm,
where you need to go. Be
mhm.
very mindful of your footwear and bring
Yeah.
band-aids. You will get
Ooh,
blisters. I
yeah.
always have extra band-aids and blister pads just in case because I'm on my feet all
Yeah,
day.
yeah, and I would say, look, a pair of sneakers is totally fine too, you know?
Totally fine.
It's
Totally
totally fine, and it's in right now. A
fine.
nice
Mhm,
pair of, like, crisp white sneakers, like, it's
mhm.
in.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can even bedazzle those a little hot minute, that's
Oh, yeah, there's so many. Yes. There's a pair I almost bought a pair the other day. It was, like, Betsey Johnson ones, and I was like, "Ooh, are those 2 a little too flashy for me?" I'm like,
No, I've seen those,
"Hmm."
they're
You know what I'm
adorable.
talking about,
Those are
right?
yeah.
I know, I was like, so who
Mm.
knows? Maybe you'll see those in the future.
All right, everyone. Our break ended well over 5 minutes ago, and we are still chatting in the hallway. But we're not done talking about this. So join us later this week for part 2 of our Meeting Mayhem sessions.
Product
Product
placement.
There we go. Love it.
And there's a musical called Annie. I'm sure many of you have heard it. But what's the her name? Never mind. I'm gonna just skip this part. We're gonna cut that out.
Ooh, no, who are you talking about?
It's Hannigan's brother, the girlfriend.
Oh, Rooster. Oh, I was thinking
Yeah,
Rooster.
Rooster's girlfriend. What the hell was her name?
Oh.
But she talked like this. She had a really thick Jersey accent. She
Yes,
was
she
like,
did. Mhm.
anyway.
I need to find that now. Because now I'm gonna only have it in my head too.
Oh, nothing of Easy Street.
Me
Well,
too. Damn it.
Easy Street. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us on Back in 10.
If something made you laugh, nod, or feel a little more human, share it with a friend and make sure that you're subscribed.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Back in 10 Pod for more behind the scenes, updates, and probably a little chaos.
We're not here to have it all figured out. We're just here to tell you the things that we wish someone had told us.
And remind you that leadership doesn't have to be perfect, just real.
We'll be back in 10.